Hello to all my wonderful subscribers, devout disciples, and studious students. This is your Master GongSun. Welcome back to another episode of Taoism as applied to the news, where I dissect and unpack news articles according to the Taoist worldview. Today's story: Eerie shadow on Phetchabun Road sparks ghostly buzz online. It comes to us from Thailand, so I can't really see anything there. But this is the shadow that they're talking about. But let's get some more details first. A chilling story has emerged from a seemingly innocuous post about a broken branch blocking a road in Phetchabun province. The shadow of the branch, upon closer inspection, appeared to bear an eerie resemblance to a person who had died 3 months earlier, sparking a flurry of comments and supernatural speculation online. I suppose maybe this is the head here if you look really close, but we'll need a close up because it's at night and it is kind of blurry and you can't see very well. The original post featured a photograph of the fallen branch on a road in Ta Plan district taken at 8:09 p.m. The accompanying text suggested that interpretations could vary based on individual beliefs. I see. The highway had been the scene of a fatal accident, or rather incident, just before the new year, adding a layer of macabre significance to the image. As the image made its way around social media, users were quick to point out the shadow's resemblance to Toon, a long-haired figure who tragically passed away in an electrical accident at the same spot months prior. The comments range from suggesting the apparition was Toon sitting there to advising that merit-making ceremonies be held for the departed spirit. The page reached out to Narong for further details. He revealed that the location of the photograph was by a pond, and the picture was taken the previous night by a friend who was passing through the area. The intention was to warn other travelers to be cautious, but the post took on an entirely different dimension when people noticed a shadowy figure, which they connected to the earlier tragedy. In related news, a fisherman stumbles upon a mysterious earthen pot covered in red cloth, sparking curiosity and fear. The pot, tied with a sacred thread, hinted at a spiritual mystery. Okay, I'll probably do this one after. But anyway, well, I think that for those of us who are long term subscribers to my channel, they probably know what I'm going to say. In Taoism, we know for a fact that consciousness survives death, spirits survive. So just because our physical bodies deteriorate and rot and eventually succumb to disease or blunt trauma or anything else, then sure, our bodies die, so this means we can no longer function on the physical, material plane of existence, but we are spiritual creatures, and we as spiritual beings, we survive our physical deaths. So a lot of people come back, a lot of spirits linger behind because of unfinished business, or maybe there's a term I use a lot called "liu lian" in Mandarin, and it means you are leaving you are holding on to your sentiments. This means that maybe you love your wife or husband too much and don't want to leave yet, right? But your sentiments are making you stay on this physical realm. They're making your spirit stay, rather. So, of course, we would need to know more details about what happened to this person. But certainly, if that were a spirit, then I'm sure he is Liu Lian, meaning he does not want to leave because there's something keeping him here still on the material, physical plane of existence. Now, in Buddhist countries, they do merit making. In Taoist countries, we do the same thing in Taoism. Similar, right? It's called Cao Du in Mandarin, and it's to we do a ceremony in order to pacify the deceased spirits so that they can move on. All right, this has been your Master GongSun. As usual, keep living in alignment with the Tao.